So this is my new app. It's called CustomSymbols.
CustomSymbols.
And it's a simple app for creating custom SF symbols. Now, it's quite simple. As you can see, when you start up the app, it's just a single window, and you can either browse to select an SVG file, or you can take an SVG file and drop it onto the window. So I will demonstrate how this thing works. So I'm going to open up Finder, and I have this little brush icon that I made previously in another app of mine called Grid Draw, and I'm just going to drop it into the window. And you can adjust the cap line and the baseline, and you can adjust the left and right margins, and those are the primary components of an SF symbol, and they determine how it appears in the app relative to some text, which is why I have the A on the left of the screen, so you can kind of visualize how it will appear next to some text. You can move the cap and baseline at the same time by holding Shift like this. So I think that's about good right there. You can adjust the left and right margins. I think that's about good right there. And now I can hit the preview button to see what it might look like as an exported SF symbol. So as you can see here in this preview window, you get an idea of what it's going to look like. And the preview window updates in real time. So you can adjust the cap and baseline. And as you can see, it updates in the preview window. And lastly, we have the advanced options here. If you click on this little ellipsis, you get the advanced options, and you have settings here for the minimum and maximum stroke scales, and that determines how thin and how thick the symbol will be across the different variants. And then once you're ready to export your symbol, you just hit the export button, save it to a file. I'm going to save it to my downloads folder. And then after you export it, you can then drop it into Xcode. So I'm going to go ahead and drop this thing into Xcode. Boom, there it is, ready to be used in a project. And you might ask yourself, how do I use a custom SF symbol in my Xcode project? Well, I got you covered because I included some how-to content here. If you click on the how-to in the top bar here, if you click on the how-to, you can see that we have some how-to content. And in here, it explains how to use your custom SF symbol in UIKit and SwiftUI. And that's the gist of it. It's a pretty simple app. It automates a lot of the drudgery of creating an SF symbol. I got the idea to create this app because I was starting another app a week or two ago, and I wanted to use some SVG artwork that I had created as an icon, but I wanted it to be an SF symbol instead of this weird hacky way that I've been doing things. So I got the idea to create this thing, and I'm going to be using it. So maybe other developers will find it useful as well. We shall see. Anyway, thanks for watching. Let me know what you think of the app, or don't. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.